Hello, and welcome back to Arklands. Today is going to be a little bit different in that I will be the DM for these lovely people. Woo-hoo! This, for your information, is my first time DMing. I have never done this before. I have never sat in this seat or run any kind of game, nor even prepped one. So,
Judge her harshly.
Thank you, Noah. I'm going to kill your character.
Okay.
So, we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see whether or not they TPK or they get the thing that they want to do. But, first of all, as we usually do, thank you to our patrons for the Patreon, to Christian, Grant, Sam, Ditzy, Jean, Ian, Ketchup Goes on Steak, the musical, and Milk Chunk. Exactly. So, without further ado, I think we're ready to begin. Let's see. So, you will be starting, of course. Yeah?
He's a beetle.
We'll get to it in just a moment. We will be starting today in a tavern. The clock has just struck 12. The tea in front of you is piping hot. There's a basket of biscuits on the table, and you are feeling the nice refreshment of a long rest. Would you like...
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we know each other?
Would you...
Yes, I think we should know each other.
Briefly, you do know each other. I don't know if you've been on an adventure together or if you're
we're
the
probably not
adventuring type.
friends. We're acquaintances.
Okay.
Acquaintances.
We're co-workers.
Sure.
I'm friends with you guys.
At the very least, you
So you're
guys
that
made
coworker.
friends
Yes.
on the road to this location. But if you would each like to introduce yourselves and your character.
Trey, I think, wants to go first. He's very excited
He's
about
so
something.
excited.
You see a... I need to bring up my own image of the character that I made. It's fine.
Angela.
Her name is Dakota Williams. Human...
I'm sorry. All I can think of is that it's like a knockoff of Indiana Jones.
Well, you do see a whip pulled at her hip.
Amazing. Amazing.
But I have no knowledge of this Indiana that you speak of.
Oh, Dakota.
Amazing.
Dak.
I love it.
Huh?
I call you Dak.
No.
No.
Coda.
Better, but still no. She's wearing leather armor, long gloves that go like up to her mid-arm. The armor is all like blacks and dark blues, with a cape that kind of has twin tails going down. She has a coiled whip on one hip, and you guys would have seen this, a revolver tucked into her behind her back.
She's got a gun.
And a scarab beetle that buzzes around and seems to be made out of like jade.
Amazing.
That she speaks to regularly.
Feel familiar. I love it. Amy?
Sitting next to Dakota, kind of holding her cup of tea in her tiny little hands, is what at first glance might appear to be a halfling, except under her mane of messy, curly, long red hair are ears that are thinner and more pointy, almost elven. So definitely not halfling. But she's about the same size as one. She's about 3'4".
Tiny.
Small.
child.
She has light tan skin covered in freckles, and amongst the freckles on her face are little flecks of ink.
Wow.
And her eyes are this like almost unearthly pale green color, and she's got dark purple eyeliner that's kind of been smudged. It's definitely like a couple days old, and she's kind of like rubbed at it a couple times.
She's not used to
It might
traveling
also
around.
just be ink that she just put on her eyes. I don't know.
She's feeling artsy.
Yeah.
Can't
She's
judge her.
got, and with her artsy kind of look, she's got these deep plum-colored robes that have copper and brass accents, and a magenta, bright pink sash tied around her waist. And on the back of her robe, sort of just between her shoulder blades, is embroidered this draconic rune. It's embroidered with this bright coppery brass thread.
Nice.
And she's got this big old satchel on her hip. It almost seems like it's too big for her, like it was definitely given to her by like somebody who was over 5 feet tall, and she just kind of has it. And on her other hip, she's got this green plaid piece of fabric that's just kind of tied there.
Yeah.
It's got like more brass and coppery thread kind of woven through it. And kind of leaned up against the counter is a big old staff, where on one end it has this sort of crescent moon shape and light pink crystals that almost make it look like a sunburst.
Pretty.
And yeah, that's pretty much all you see. She's got
Cool.
this sort of sitting next to her on the other side is a big old thick spell book.
Yeah.
Dakota is like mid-30s and 5'4", black hair tied into a ponytail.
Yeah. The character's name is Penny.
Penny. There we go.
And she's also like mid-30s, early to mid-30s.
Okay.
Right.
Noah.
I'm the old one over here.
Fine.
Sitting with them is Vassal, an owlin, somewhere between 4 and 5 feet. I didn't think that far ahead.
I think Owlin are like taller on average.
There's variance.
That's fair, that's fair.
Mine is
Small
characterized as a small creature.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be
So-
closer to 4 feet, probably.
Yeah. He is dressed in off-white robes with blue accents, has a wooden staff with him, graying feathers on the top, and his face is white feathers, yellow eyes. Just sitting there pleasantly reading from his very ornate book. He's got his little spectacles sitting on his beak, and he's just chilling there.
Very nice.
Yeah, Penny is the only one drinking. He's reading. Dakota is just kind of scribbling something in her own notebook, which is so battered and beaten up. Like, this is... like, you can tell pages have been added to it multiple times. Kind of thing.
Fix that for you.
I'm not sure what needs fixing.
Tighten up the threads a bit.
Oh, no, it works perfectly fine. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
Can I ask what are we waiting to receive?
I was waiting for them to finish that
Okay,
introduction.
cool.
I don't want to interrupt. I'm really enjoying this, especially from this perspective. I've never experienced it before. But you see approach your table a maybe 30-year-old furbolg. He is a young adult with... He's rather thin, rather small for a furbolg. They're known to be related to giants, but he's only about 6 feet. He's got bluish gray skin, white face and chest, curly black hair tied back in a bun, and a apron that's like a blue and white plaid kind of pattern. And he approaches with a smile. I hope everything is going well for you.
We're very much enjoying this afternoon.
Very good,
How are
thank
you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you again for stopping by the Kunule. It is wonderful to see travelers coming through here. I suppose, based off the general appearance of all of you, you are traveling on the way to the book fair.
Yes.
Yes, it is the second
my
pose.
favorite time of year.
Yes, excellent. I love every year. People of your sort always come through. They always stop by here, tell their stories, and of course on the way back, tell the tales that they've learned from the book fair. So I wish you all very well on your journey. I'm impressed you've stayed this long. It won't be that long until it starts. I figured you'd hit the road after your breakfast, but I'm of course happy to serve you lunch.
We're not eager to be the first ones in, per se.
That's
Just
all right.
as long as we get there eventually.
Your timing is all your own. I will not judge. But if you need anything at all, please let me know.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Is he subtly asking us to leave?
Make your insight check.
3.
Do you have any modifiers?
That's with the modifier.
That's alright, I got you covered. That's a 23.
Okay.
It's a 2 + 1.
You have no clue. He's saying words. You would understand when you look at him. He seems a little frazzled. Like he's been caught off guard, not by you, but like something has left him feeling a little off, and he's just kind of blinking a little bit as if catching his bearings, but of course putting on a friendly smile.
Excuse me, young man, could you lean in here for a second?
Yes, of course.
What seems to be the trouble? You seem...
The trouble.
Well, you seem like you are perturbed by something.
Oh, no. I'm not perturbed at all. All of you are perfectly fine. I had this major deja vu moment. If you have ever experienced such a thing before,
I'm like
I feel
way older than you are. I've experienced
yes,
it, trust me.
Of course. I feel like I've seen all of you at this table before, in this exact circumstance. Did you come by here last year? Perchance?
29 on Arcana. Is there anything I can think of that would explain his current...
There could potentially be something that has to do with altering memories, maybe time or illusion magic, but as far as you can tell, this is not, like, in a lot of situations like that, it would happen, it would end, and then usually you'd be able to tell that something had happened to you. But for all he knows, this is a regular day for him, so this has quite caught him off guard. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Like the meanings of deja vu, that is.
Does Kazalo have any bearing on that? I need to ask the guy who's in charge of the gods. I don't recall that that's something, because that would be
Mars
Mar.
domain.
Yeah.
A little bit. Kazalo is silence and like wisdom, and so like you could information about like what deja vu is and like that idea. Like they could.
It could.
It's
So
very
I
likely
probably
that
don't
came
know
by
any
last year,
specifics.
As an arcana, I mean,
Trouble a lot.
I see. Apologize if I don't remember your face.
No,
There's
it's
been
alright. I
many
have that
others
kind of
in-
face.
That's all right. Do believe there is another person visiting town who is also going to the book fair. He's a wizard. He's
Oh, another wizard.
yes, he's set up a temporary wizard tower of sorts. I don't know much about wizarding. I'm not much of a spellcaster myself, but I'm sure you're welcome to say hello to him on your way out, or perhaps you'll see him there.
be curious to check out the tower.
Oh, yes. Wizards are very much known for being friendly and always allowing other people into their towers.
Oh, yes,
You
I'm
are
sure.
you have a very different experience of wizards than I.
Thank you very much for the tip.
Of course. Last time a wizard went through here, he turned my biscuits into chickens. I'm not quite sure
Turned
how he
your
did
biscuits
it, but,
into chicken, like live chickens?
I suppose I didn't cook them enough, and the egg was... who am I to know? I'm not a wizard, but perhaps you'll have better luck with this one.
Okay. Well, thank you.
When you're ready to go, take some biscuits for the road, of course.
Will they turn into chickens?
Not these ones, unless one of you is a wizard who is capable of such things.
Not currently. I can try. Can always try. I'm gonna try and...
Outside of Kanulik, of course.
Let me try.
Outside.
You take the biscuits and, it keeps unplugging.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
There's a different outlet.
If I need to deal with it later, I'll deal with it later.
Okay.
I really go outside with the basket of biscuits. I'm gonna attempt to use my Mizium apparatus Oh, that costs a spell slot. That's normal. Do I want to do that?
What are you trying to cast?
Polymorph.
On a biscuit?
I don't think that lets you turn inanimate objects into... I think you have to true polymorph for that.
Oh. I don't know how polymorph works.
You have the spell description, do you not?
I don't know polymorph.
Yeah, okay.
But I can try.
Anyways,
For the bit.
you had the places to be. You had places to be, yes.
Go try it outside.
All right.
Okay, then.
If it goes terribly wrong, scream. I'll be there.
Alright, are you gonna try this experiment out?
Let's see.
I'm going to be standing next to her, outside,
That's okay.
just with my book open to a new page.
And I've got this, like, underneath, like, one of the layers of my skirt. I kind of pull out this big thing of vials and, like, leather straps and kind of hook it up to something and finagle with it. All right. Set the biscuits on the ground. Chickens. And I'm going to expend a 4th level spell slot and attempt to cast polymorph.
Okay.
Let me actually pull up the spell description for polymorph.
Wonderful. This is exactly what I had planned. Polymorphing biscuits.
This is what it's like to DM.
Yeah, I guess so.
It specifies a creature that you can see.
It's not a creature.
So it's not a creature, so would it work?
Is she scatterbrained enough to accidentally target the nearest creature other than the biscuits?
Possibly. But let's see if I actually am able to polymorph it. So it's a DC 18.
Sure.
No, I am not. So
No surprise.
So
Instead, another spell goes off.
yeah. So I need a D4. Confusion is a spell that is cast.
Okay. What does that do? Who does it target?
So it would target
The biscuit?
well, probably wouldn't target the biscuit, probably target either myself or Dakota.
Is it confusion area of effect?
Oh, it might be.
It might hit us both.
Great first game.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere is centered on a point you choose within range.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a wisdom save. What's the DC?
The DC would be 19.
My wisdom save is a +1.
Good for you. Good for you.
9.
No, it doesn't pass.
Oh, that's a 7 on the die. So we are both confused.
You're both very confused.
So
Those are the strangest 5.
we do not move or take actions. So you walk out and you just see us kind of just
Vassal doesn't walk out yet. How long does the spell last for?
A minute.
It's concentration
Okay.
up to a minute. So I
Okay.
guess
Now,
Just a minute.
it's not a minute yet, but you do feel the ground shake.
Do I also feel the ground
You
shake?
feel the ground shake.
Nothing in this description would
The
break
entire
concentration.
place begins to rumble.
Vassal walks.
Cutlery and dishes clatter on the shelves, and
Vassal walks outside.
Whatever it is that you're doing, stop it. This is too much.
the
that's not
rumbling
you.
continues a little longer.
Dispel magic. Dispel magic.
It's one effect. You could, well,
Well, I have to cast it for a creature.
no, you can
Right.
you can choose a magical effect within
yeah,
range.
it's a magical
Oh,
effect. And
is that considered only one effect for both of y'all?
She's the DM, not me.
I figured it would
I'm so
be...
sorry. What was the question? I'm not used to paying
One
attention
spell.
to these.
Was cast on the two of us.
Yes.
Dispel magic. Can he target the spell and therefore
Yeah.
one casting to get rid of on both of us, or is it individualized?
Well, let's go with the spell itself
Okay,
for simplicity. It's not its powerful one, so.
cool. So,
What level are you casting it on?
he'd probably just cast it at 3rd level, which means
Yeah.
I should roll. But I have an Arcana of plus 15, so I should be okay. What's the
I believe it's the
level
class. It's 10 plus the spell's level, which is 4.
okay? So 14. So I just have to not
Don't
roll.
crit fail.
I didn't. That's fine.
Cool.
So
Okay, so we are no
It's
longer
gone.
confused.
No longer confused. But you do feel the remnants
Penny.
of the quake as it leaves.
Well, polymorph didn't work.
I can see
That much I discerned. Oh, my book.
Ladies, the rumbling wasn't you, was it?
I don't think so. Not this time, at least.
Vassal will walk back into the tavern and go up to the.
Have those been happening frequently?
The Verbolg, Alexander is his name, I forgot to mention that, is straightening things to a perfect T on shelf. I feel like this has happened before. Yesterday? Last time you visited. That's all.
Interesting.
No.
You were here yesterday?
Yes, you stayed the night, did you not?
Oh,
You
right,
had
we
lunch
did.
here.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Can I make a history check?
Sure.
Did we?
Maybe a history check.
26.
26. You suddenly get a flash of recognition of, you have been here yesterday. You remember sitting at that table
Yeah.
with everyone else.
Do we remember the earthquake?
No,
Okay. Yeah.
but it was a regular day. You carried on, but you don't quite remember how your night went. You just, the day was a blur.
Hey, Zada. And the little jade beetle just.
Oh, hello, friend.
Can you just keep an eye on Vassal for me? Thank you. And it just and flutters over.
Probably just like lands on his staff or
Yup.
something.
When it's like not moving, it just looks like
Like a gem.
it looks identical to this.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go check out that wizard tower.
Oh, I'll go with you.
I figured you would.
All right, ladies, don't go too fast for the old man.
And Vassal doesn't really walk, he just kind of waddles. But he waddles behind
He
you
walks
guys.
the way birds do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I would love for you guys to make a perception check to spot the wizard tower.
Cool.
18.
Okay.
14.
14?
34.
34. Excellent. As all of you exit the tavern and follow the road down a little ways, there's these little pretty, like, dainty kind of cottage houses. It's a very small village. Pretty, like, painted colors of pastels. And then ahead of you is this striking red cylinder of a barn. What do you call the
Silo.
A silo. There's
Okay.
a bright red silo. It's a little run down. There's a little bit of holes in it. There's like some birds that fly out of a hole in the rooftop. And there's this tiny little shed right outside connected to it. And from within you hear a voice, people, come here. Please, this is perfect, come near.
Okay.
Well, this is a unique construction for a wizard tower.
I would say the two of you can go ahead. I will stay a safe
Oh, no,
distance
come on,
back.
come on. Yes, we
Come on, we don't have all day.
Yes.
We don't have all day, come on.
Exactly, he doesn't have all day, come on.
As Dakota's walking in, she's just like jotting down the measurements and like dimensions, notes about
Pulling
the construction.
Vassal by the wing.
Vassal reluctantly waddles forth.
Yep. All right, in this little stall of a shack, it's not big at all. There's a big window in front, and you see a goblin who is wearing a bit of haphazard clothing. It looks like he's been on the road traveling for a bit. It's got dust and tears. Typical traveling clothing. He has these big glasses, very much the type that make his eyes look a lot bigger than they actually are, just big googly eyes. And he doesn't have, he's bald, has like a greenish hair, big pointed, goblinoid ears, and he beckons you all closer with eager eyes. Come on, you're adventurers, right? Yes, you do adventuring.
I mean, everyone is an adventurer in their own
Yes,
way.
okay, perfect. I need your help. Little wizard accident I don't have time to explain. I just need you to enter my lovely wizard tower. Yes, it is beautiful. It is red. I painted it myself.
I believe this
I
is
need
a
you.
silo.
It's a wizard tower. It's a wizard tower. I need you to go inside, fight the cutbull creatures. No big deal.
All right, yes, no big deal.
Retrieve the item in the center, all right?
What? Hold on.
There is one item.
Pardon me.
In the wizard tower.
Could you slow down for the
There
old
is no
man?
time to slow down. And as he speaks, the ground shakes yet again, as if
I assume that has something to do with this.
yes, and they will keep happening unless we get it back. But I myself, I am not the fighting type. I don't do fighting.
So we can discuss pay once we're out?
Yes, we can absolutely discuss pay. Perhaps there'll be treasure inside. Yes, there may be treasure.
Is this not your tower?
It's a long story, please. And he opens his little shack and opens a door into the silo, just quickly beckoning you in, pushing anyone who's slowing down. Come on, just this way, please. It's
Make
so
an insight
fast.
check on this guy.
Go for it.
I'm gonna
I
try.
think I will as well.
All right, that's an 11.
12?
27. Or sorry,
Alright.
no, wrong. Well, 23.
23 is the only one who sees through that he is in a hurry and he is stressed. There is something he needs done, and he does not feel any need to explain things. He is just trying to get it done before what it feels like something is going to be too late.
Dakota, would you please pick him up by the scruff?
Excuse me, what?
My weak old man arms.
How about
can
this?
do that.
And she pulls out a revolver and just points it at.
Oh, no.
No, there's no need for violence.
What did you... The action you
Pull
just
from the
described.
scruff means to hold him up.
Yes, which is an act of violence.
You are threatening me.
Beating his face into a pulp would be violence.
That is true,
Holding
yes.
him just means
Long
we
story
stop
short.
you
Yes, I'm holding
to
him
say,
hostage.
We are all in danger.
Would you explain slowly so we can understand
Please.
and do it the right way?
This will be difficult to explain. It would be so much easier. Please, trust me. If you need me to come with you, I will come with you. But you need to understand we do not have much time.
What is the thing in the center we're retrieving?
He will open the door and you will see a sand pit. Sand rushing down. Like the entire ground of the silo is just sand rushing into a hole. And you can't really get too close without falling into it, so you can't quite see down. But there is just shifting sand
Can I
magically
make-
flowing.
A history check.
Sure.
Because that's...
About what?
There's an actual real-life phenomena that happens in grain silos that's very similar to that.
Okay.
Is that where they all explode?
Not quite. 25.
What is it exactly?
So
you're-
there's not necessarily, or if there is a name for it, I don't know it, but it is actually a thing in grain silos where if it starts shifting, like it will, like pockets will form and it will become a torrent, and people can get trapped and even killed by the just the weight
enough.
of all the grain.
Yeah,
as it
that's
just,
why they got those little robots that just go through the grain and literally just shift things
yes,
around.
that is actually
Yeah,
why
fair enough.
to
also
prevent that
for
from
heat
happening.
distribution, because apparently it gets really hot.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
All
and
the
then they
friction.
can blow up.
Yep.
Wow.
Impressive. You would understand that this, from a glance, is magical, for sure. This is not grain, this is sand. It is magically spawning from the edges of the silo and just pouring in. Listen, we don't have much time, but if you can trust me for just one moment, okay?
Okay.
Please.
With a 24 on Arcana, can I, do I know anything about this?
About this is entirely unfamiliar. You've never seen anything like this.
You first.
Please come in quickly after me. I don't have much time.
Okay,
I
come on.
don't want to die.
We'll protect you, don't worry.
All right. Can we jump on the count of 3, perhaps? We can all dance. Quickly, please. His little gnarly gnome hands
Vassal
reach out
will walk
for anybody.
forward.
Goblin.
Sorry, goblin.
Yeah.
Vassal will walk forward, put a hand on his shoulder, grip it as hard as he can, and then just dive in.
Penny will
And
tire
you
her
hear
back.
the voice echo, and it grows quiet.
Let's go. And I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
Yeah, I am absolutely going to, if it opens up, immediately start flying with him.
Fair.
I'll tuck him between my legs and just flop.
Yeah.
Dear. I just look at the pit after everyone else has jumped in and
No, I'm gonna cast fly on myself and kind of grab your hand. Let's go.
okay.
Fly down.
I'm just gonna step into it and let it
All
just
right. All four of you go down into this pit. It grows black, and the sand just falls around you. And then you see light at the bottom. And coming up, all of a sudden, the sand spout continues down, and there's this expanse of a very ethereal looking place with stars and milky pink and purple and blue sky and reaching out in every direction. There is architecture reaching up. There's refined pillars decorated in gold, arching up, flying buttresses up towards the ceiling from the hole that you fall.
She said
And as you
butt.
float down, what?
She
said
said butt.
I knew someone was gonna make a comment. It's architecture.
I know.
And
as if you wouldn't make that comment if you were a player.
It's true. The three of you, minus the goblin who goes falling afterwards, float down.
Well, isn't the goblin in?
Yeah,
Is he holding
I'm
onto him?
holding him. Yeah, I can fly.
Okay, good.
So-
Okay, that's true. He is still screaming consistently as the sand spills out onto this large circular platform. Walls coming up on either end, so the sand is all contained in what seems to be this giant floating, like, arena or temple of some sort. The sand continues to pour down in the middle, but all of you settle peacefully on the sand.
Is there any solid ground that's not sand that I could maybe put him down on?
No, it's
No?
just
Okay.
sand. It's
Just
not.
put it
It's
down
not
on
like
sand then.
melty. It's just a little bit.
Okay.
It's sand under your feet.
Okay.
If this is so terrifying, why did you want us to just go?
They're coming. They'll come for us. They're coming. And he starts running, and as he does, the ground starts to shake again. The sand.
It would help
rumbles.
to know who.
I'm going to telepathically, as he's put down, Zada, stay with him. And the little jade beetle will...
Okay. And as he's running away, the ground starts to shake. You see what looks to be like a ripple of sand moving, and then
Yep.
a
I
giant
knew that was
ball
coming.
of what appears to be a creature made of sand, except in the semblance of a brass dragon wormling. And in one scoop, he is gone, along with your beetle.
I'm going to.
Oh, I thought the beetle was staying with me.
No.
I had it
Oh.
grab onto...
Oh.
I'm going to.
I will need all of you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Important
As
question.
we roll initiative, like right before, can I manifest my
Yes.
my spell book?
Go for it.
Thanks.
Yes? Cool. He'll be back, don't worry.
Do I feel that Zada has been like
Not immediately.
okay, interesting.
Yeah. How many hit points does he have, if at all?
I think like 4.
Okay, he's poofed. I'm sorry.
That's yeah. Zada's. I can resummon him later. It's
He'll be
fine.
back. But yes, we need initiative.
Oh gosh, that is terrible. Do I have advantage on this or not?
Do you have inspiration?
I don't know. Do I?
Do you?
Okay, a quick question. Does
Yes.
my inspiration that I have today carry over into campaign 2?
We'll say for the sake of it, no.
Okay, then you can
because-
have one.
Yep.
Cool.
Because I will save it just in case, because I do not want
Better.
to have to make a new character just in case things go horribly wrong.
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I'm
Make
also
sure
gonna. I'm
actually,
gonna use my inspiration. To
give
roll
me
my
encounter.
initiative.
Let's run it.
I got a 17,
Your
so I'm
initiative
fine.
was
Okay, that's much
14,
better.
Yes.
14,
16.
16, and 17. Alright, and the initiatives of our lovely little brass dragon white wormlings.
Warmlings, notice the plural.
I'm trying to pull up the sheet again. I lost it.
What'd you get, Noah?
17.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. Why?
Okay.
Because I can swap initiatives with
Oh,
if I'm
did you
willing.
take alert?
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a plus to it, so I'm just going to put them
I would
in
like to
flat.
go first. 'Cause I have a thing I can do.
6, 14, and 15, as shortly after the first wormling bursts out of the ground, come 2 more brass dragon wormlings, rippling and bursting out of
They
the
also
sand.
look like they're made of sand.
They do look like they're made of sand.
Oh, wonderful.
Alright, so, first up, Vasil, you are giving your initiative to...
No, I'm not. I'm going first.
Okay, you are going first. Yes.
Fly 30 feet straight up.
Okay.
And I will...
You know what? I'm going to put all the dragons on the same initiative.
I will cast... What level do I want to cast it at? You know what I get? That I have missed so bad? I get Spiritual Weapon again.
Wow.
I'm not going to cast it at 6th level because I only have one 6th level slot. But oh, wait, did they fix it?
Did they? What did they fix?
Oh, frickin' heck yes! They finally made it so that it scales with each level instead of every other level.
Good.
Frickin' took them long enough to do that. I will cast it at 3rd level.
3rd level.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Actually, no, we'll do 4th because I already used the 3rd level slot once.
Are you placing it near a particular wormling?
I'm placing it by whichever one. Wait, is the one that swallowed the goblin?
A is
Close enough?
just snacked on the goblin.
Yeah. Is that within 60 feet of me if I fly straight up?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You're all within. Like, if you were to stand in the center, the radius is about 80 feet.
Okay, so it's not a huge arena.
Yeah. And they're all within, like, 40 feet of the center.
Cool.
You guys are within 20 feet of the center.
I will summon it and smack it.
Okay, go for it.
So that is I think I have a plus 12 to hit. It's awesome. So that's a 22.
22, that hits.
And do I have enough D4 or D8? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I might need to borrow a D8. Yeah. I just need one. Okay.
There's 2.
Thank you.
They're blue.
Wow. Ooh, that's some good damage.
Some good damage?
That's 25 plus 6 is 31 damage.
He's dead.
Is he does the goblin like pop out of it?
Let's see. As it dies, like this, your attack hits in the sand, just explodes in the opposite direction, and as it collapses, you see what seems to be a skeleton within it. It seems as though somehow the sand has animated this skeleton, and now it has collapsed back into the sand, dead. The goblin...
Okay. The
Oh,
dragon
okay.
skeleton.
I thought,
Sorry,
I thought
no,
it
no,
was the skeleton of the goblin. I was like, oh no! Whoa! That is so scary!
Instant death.
Not only instantly dead, but also disintegrating.
That would be sad, though. Let me
Like imagine,
check real
because
quick.
I can only imagine it would be that inside of this like wormling is just the sand blasting against your skin, ripping it into pieces.
Like when something
literally
is
like a
sandblasted.
sandblaster.
Yeah.
Yes. I was about to be like, whoa, these are way
You
scarier
can
than I
just
thought.
decide to make it something if you don't want to bother looking it up.
Fair enough. Okay. He might be dead.
Oh,
You
okay.
see a little body
See
just
the-
tumble through the sand.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Cool.
In my head, I know he's gone, but in my heart, I hope.
Is that all you want to do with your turn?
Actually, that was a bonus action. Is there anything I can do with an action that's worth? Yeah, okay. Oh, no, he's gonna be too far away from me because I flew 30 feet straight up. I don't think there's anything I can do. So, we'll just say I guess I take the dodge action.
Sure. Go for it. All
There's
right.
nothing else I can do.
Penny, you're up next.
All right. Well. And as these creatures pop up out of the sand, she pulls out her spell book, and on top of it manifests this magenta and pale green and copper, like tiny dragon wormling. He's just these big bug eyes, just and kind of just apparates out of her spell book. All right, Animus, and she is going to let's do. All right, yeah, let's do a classic. Let's just do a let's just go chromatic orb. Do
Right.
second level. And we're gonna do we're gonna do force damage. Because that's a thing I can do
Alright.
as an order of scribe.
Yep.
Fancy schmancy.
So, all right, and I'm gonna target one of the wormlings. Did I see one?
A is dead. You can see both B and C. B is a
Cool.
little bit closer to you.
So from this little dragon's mouth, it just goes, and a orb of this magenta-colored force
All right.
shoots out.
That's a roll to hit.
Yes. Sweet, that's a 26.
That'll hit.
And 4d8. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's very middle of the road. 5 plus 7 is 12.
12 total?
Yep.
Alrighty. It is bloodied. It is looking frazzled from how you hit it. Sand is starting to fall off. You're starting to see the skeleton underneath. And it turns and roars at you. Alright. It is its turn.
Yep.
It is going to charge for you.
Whack.
Let's see. You can do some sweet little thing. What do you do, little guy? It's gonna charge a fire breath at you. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That is a dex saving throw. If you would.
Great.
Well, you know what? Was
Am I-
Dakota right next to you?
Yep.
You two went down together, so you will also need to make this save.
I'm so concerned.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
you're
you
a
can actually do
rogue,
it.
so-
It is a theme, but it will be able to.
Yeah, it
it
can
will
turn
slither
into
through the
both
sand
sides.
until it can get both of you in a parallel line.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. I'm gonna spend a luck point. Oh, this is the old version of luck. I need to fix that. Okay, that's much better. That's a flat 20.
there you go. And Dakota,
Flat 20.
flat 20. Both of you pass. You will take half damage.
I take no damage.
You take no damage because you're a rogue.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right. So, Penny is the only one who takes half the damage.
Alright.
Where are my... Oh. That's right. That's what it is. Ah, minimal damage. That's nice. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Half to 4.
Cool.
It is flavored as a burst of sand just shooting directly at you. As
You
opposed
got
to fire.
sand blasted.
You got sand blasted.
It's one less luck point. That's fine.
That's alright.
Of course. It's rough.
So you said 4 damage?
It's everywhere.
Yep. I think that's all a wormling can do. one thing per turn?
Yeah. If it's got its action is typically like a breath weapon or multi-attack or
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, then A is dead, so C goes. C is probably closest to you.
Okay.
So it is going to charge in and make a bite attack.
Is it able to bite me if I'm 30 feet in the air?
Oh, that's true. It has wings.
dragons can
So you
fly.
see
It's a rather famous ability they
This
have.
serpent-like
That's
head
true.
look up at you with those glaring yellow eyes, and then wings spread, sand flies everywhere as it launches up to bite your feet.
Cool.
So it is going for a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
Was it at any point within 10 feet of me?
Not this one.
Not this one? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so that is going to be an attack.
Remember, I've taken the dodge action, so...
So it has
That's true.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Sorry, I have an AC of 11, it's gonna hit.
That is an 11 on the die.
Yeah, told you.
Yeah, so that is going to be... 1d10. Where's my d10? The worst thing that I am at D&D is finding the numbers and counting the numbers. I can't do it. I can't
So,
do it.
Basically
is,
all of D&D.
That is 7 slashing damage.
Cool.
And that is
okay.
his turn. Alrighty, it is now Dakota's turn.
I'm gonna take
Dakota.
pistol, aim, fire.
Alrighty,
I'm going to steady aim with my bonus action.
get that advantage.
I'm glad that I did. That's a 15.
15 will hit. Meets a beats.
Yep. All right. That's cool. 20 piercing damage.
Okay.
It is a silvered revolver.
You're aiming for B or C?
The one that just bit
Just bit.
Vassal.
Okay. So 20.
So it is a silver bullet.
Do you get sneak attack?
I do.
It has 2 hit points left. Like, no matter what you roll, it's dead.
I'm gonna roll my 66 anyway.
Roll your 66 anyways. Go for it.
Trey wants to fight
An
me.
additional 18.
Additional 18. That's 38 damage. It's dead. The skeleton and the sand crash back into
Good
the...
job.
Not for this one. Okay.
Alright, back to the top of the initiative. It is Vassal's turn again.
Cool. I would
Dragon
like...
B is all that remains. It is currently fixed on her.
Is it within 20 feet of my spiritual weapon?
Where's your spectral weapon? Still on the ground?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Yeah, I'd say it's cool stuff.
Okay, I'll move it and have it attack.
What is your spiritual weapon?
You know, I bet you it's just the physical manifestation of his staff going whack.
That sounds alright, yeah.
I'll roll that attack just because. Okay, I only if I roll a 1 or 2 it misses. Everything else it hits. So that's 5. So 17.
17. Very nice.
Yep. And okay, it might not be dead. That's
Is it above a 10?
oh yeah.
It's dead.
Okay, never mind.
Alright.
My minimum is 10. So
With what's...
I also would
How
like
do you want to do this?
real quick. It's just gonna go bonk right on top of its head. But
Good job.
Vassal is going to try. I'm gonna try and cast first level cure wounds on the goblin.
Go for it.
And, anything?
Nothing happens. He is contorted like a dead possum that has been run over by a car.
That's a very
Well,
good
now I
damage.
feel better.
Yes, you should. You brought him down here. Now he's dead.
The ground shakes again, harder this time. Sand starts
Ah,
to
you
spill
could've
through
told
cracks in the ceiling above.
I'm just gonna cover it in a bunch of sand. There we go.
I think we
Buried.
have priority. Okay, come on.
Okay.
This time, the quakes don't stop. They're getting stronger. They're getting harder.
Well,
There's
let's
sand
keep
that
going.
is starting to slip through the cracks in the dome of the ceiling.
Can I make an investigation check as opposed to perception? I'm looking for any notable small details in the area around us.
Okay, go for it.
I would like to make a general perception, and
Yes,
I already
go
have,
for
to see, like, is there... Basically, is there a way we should be going? 22.
22, there is a lovely curved doorway off on the opposite side from you. That is just waiting.
We'll walk right up to it. Come on.
Let's say 23 on investigation.
23 on investigation. You're investigating just the general?
Yeah, just like looking for anything that stands out.
Okay. Your eyes survey the sandy arena, the sand pouring down. The sand level is rising, you notice. It's getting heavier. It's, increasing in height. The building structures around you, while adorned and beautiful, are crumbling practically in front of your eyes. Also, you notice as you look beyond the architecture out into the distance surrounding, it looks like the astral sea. You might be on another plane of existence right now.
Oh, this is always a fun time.
All right, time to move. Let's go.
All right, so you reach the door. There is a keyhole in it. Would you like to investigate this keyhole? To see
I would
what
like
is
to
in it?
Yes.
loot the body of the goblin.
Go for it.
Sure, you're doing that. I'm going to investigate the keyhole.
Can I uncover the sand? Does he have any keys in his pockets?
He does not have a key in his pocket. He has a journal.
Take the journal and start reading it.
All right, the journal
27.
27. There is a hole that is circular in shape, but as you look inside, you can see like a curved kind of shape. The design kind of reminds you of a tooth, like a large.
One of the
creature's
dragon teeth, please.
We'll walk over to one of the
Do you
dragon
walk
skeletons.
or do you run?
I waddle.
You waddle.
I
an old
specifically
man.
call to Penny because if she's going to the goblin's body, there's a dragon skeleton right there.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
I break a tooth off real quick, or I take my staff that I have and I whack the tooth to get leverage because I have a 9 in strength.
All right.
Animus to Penny to I'm Penny. I'm so funny.
Penny, you're losing it.
To Dakota, and Animus brings the tooth.
In the time it takes,
Yeah.
You were out of time. As you are walking back towards this door, the whole place, there is this resounding as the ground beneath you cracks. The sand has weighed on too much. The entire place caves in. The roof is above you. It catches you and brings you
Oh
down.
no!
because the
As
entire thing is
The
collapsing.
entire place is collapsing in on itself. Sand is everywhere. You are falling. There's debris. You're being bounced back and forth, rumbling louder than your ears can handle, and then it's black.
Are we dead?
Sound off! Who's not dead?
You open your eyes. You're in a tavern. There is steaming hot tea in front of you, a basket of
Yeah.
biscuits. You're back at the
I had a
canoe.
thought.
You have gotten a long rest.
This is weird.
Do we remember everything?
You remember everything.
Bets on how many times this has taken us.
So I'm not
I'd
taking
say
that.
at least 7?
One is too many. I am old. I don't have that much extra time. I can't
Well,
spend it
this
on
is
the
great for
same-
you then, because we keep having more time.
Well, I might
You have
still
all the
be
time in the world to
aging.
figure this out.
I would like to make a stealth check.
Sure.
$31.
31. What are you doing?
Leaving.
Okay.
While they are talking about that, I'm just gonna
Sure.
duck out the door
Okay.
and go straight to the silo.
Sure.
Okay.
You guys just arguing?
At some point, I'm sure we will realize.
After a few seconds,
Yep.
where did Dakota go?
Dakota is impatient and impulsive. To the tower.
All right.
The
Just
goblin,
waddling.
the goblin's there yet again. He spots you coming. Yes, yes, come here, please.
I
Travelers, I
immediately
need
take
whoever
out
I
the
can get.
revolver. Good, you do too.
Good.
Good, that means
Wonderful. That makes things wonderful. So
hello.
we're ready to go again.
You can stay here. You didn't do so good the last time.
Thank
so,
you. Thank you. I don't need to be done.
Who? Who started it?
Who started what?
The loop.
Yours truly, Paris.
May I ask, how might we stop it?
As I said, get to the artifact, bring it out, and we are good.
Can you open the door for us?
Of course.
I'm gonna kick him in.
Well, that's just rude.
If we fail again, he'll be fine.
That is true, yes.
And he's the one responsible for it, so let's go.
Everybody doesn't have to be the one to fix it.
Alright. Well,
Jump in.
yep.
You have all your spell slots back.
Yep.
You can fly
Cool.
again.
First thing I'm gonna do is manifest my mind.
Okay, question.
Sure.
The chamber that we're falling into. You said that there's like a roof that the sand eventually cracks and starts coming through.
Yes.
Where
There's
does
like
that
a big
roof like?
dome,
It's the
and
bottom
then
of an
sand
hourglass.
kind of falls through the middle. It's in an hourglass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then as I jump in, I'm going to try to put my feet on the side
Okay.
and walk because I have boots of
Walk
spider climbing.
Okay.
And so instead of falling straight into it, I want to basically like walk onto the
You
ceiling.
can do that.
And if I can, I have nothing to hide behind, but I would like to make a stealth check so that the dragons don't see me.
Okay.
I do have a cloak of elvenkind, which does like obscure me. Not as good, but I'll take it. 24.
You're fine.
And I'm immediately going to make my way to the door.
Good. What else are you doing?
Um,
You've now discovered how to get to the next room.
Yep.
It's just a matter of doing it.
I'm just gonna fly above the ground so that I don't, alert them to my presence.
I am.
Well, of course, I'm
just
sure that-
going in.
You
Well-
look down, you see like the goblin screaming and falling into the sand as there's just a swarm of.
Yeah,
Dragon
I
wormlings.
send Animus down to basically kind of hang out around him.
As he's getting torn to pieces
Oh, he's getting torn to pieces? Never mind.
by the dragons.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
send Animus then because I can
He's just insta-dried. Beef
send
jerky.
him ahead of me.
Goblin jerky,
Send
okay.
him up to the door,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Pass Wall.
Pass wall. What does that do? Explain it to
A
me.
passage appears at a point that you can see on a wooden plaster or stone.
Okay.
Is this wood, plaster, or stone?
It is stone. It's like marble.
Does
such
it
as
work through a magic door, though?
Such as a wall, ceiling, or floor. Within range and lasts for the duration. You choose the opening's dimensions up to 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, 20 feet deep. Passage creates no instability in the structure surrounding it.
As the wormling does come, the
Yes.
animus, whatever. Penny, this is literally my specialty. Save it for something more important.
Are you going to try to pick lock?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
I rolled a 3 on the die, which means that it's a 28.
The DC was 25.
That reliable talent.
Reliable,
Animus
talented,
kinda-
loves a thievery.
Kind of nudges up on your shoulder and finds your beetle and just fix it.
All right. The door clicks and opens up. And there is
Come on.
floating stone staircases that spiral down beneath the platform.
I'm just gonna fly through.
All right.
Yep. I'm
All of
gonna
you go.
sprint
Yep.
forward.
All right. The ground shakes as you're getting to the next level. You come down to a large circular platform, even bigger than before. There is, in the center, most notably, a large statue, and then around it are 10 symbols, 10 10 like circular symbols, each equidistant in a, pie arrangement.
A circle.
I'm spewing words. Let me do my thing.
Let her be eloquent.
And I will send y'all a picture.
Oh, okay.
I have made art for. Oh, I forgot to pull out the picture for the wyverns, so it's fine.
That's okay.
I'll send it anyways, just so you guys can enjoy
the
it. It's an
wormlings?
old art piece. It's not actually technically the wormlings, but
It's what they look like.
yeah, it's what they look like.
Where are you
go.
sending it?
Our raft chat.
All right.
Raft.
That's what they look like. The little squiggly guys.
I love
With some
them.
tattery wings, some snake-like
Yup.
patterns. And then
Noah put the picture on the video.
Thanks for giving me more editing. It's alright. It's not mine.
oh, there's more.
I just
Don't
need
worry.
to. I just need to remember to actually do it.
You see this.
Okay.
There's a beautiful mandala pattern, gold and gray, hints of teal and blue all throughout.
Hey, that big one kind of looks like my staff.
And then there are 10, and then instead of like 2 more to make an equal 12, there is one large circle with this metallic coppery colored dome. And just sitting there with like a slightly raised circle around it.
What's in the middle?
The middle is a statue.
Okay.
If any of you want to make a perception or history check.
History.
Or
I'll do
religion.
history.
Ooh, I'll do.
Go for religion.
Do I want to do perception, which I have advantage on, or religion, which I have
23.
+4? more?
23?
14.
14.
Wait, what did you do?
History.
You did history.
Oh
What
wait,
did you
I
do?
have my. I did. I'm also doing history.
Okay. Is there
Unless
a
I can do
difference?
Arcana.
Unlikely helpful
Okay.
here.
Is there a difference between whether or not I do perception or religion, like in what I'll receive or what the DC is, or anything like
There's not really much of a difference. I would say religion would do a little better for you.
that? Okay. Sweet. 37.
37 religion, very
Yes.
good. Trey, what did you do?
History.
History. All right. I think that religion one is going to take the take the floor. You see this tall, like rigid, square statue, vaguely a man, who is standing with a large shield in front of him. It is a long, vertical, rectangular shield. There is a hollow cross inside of it, cut out from the shield, and there are 4 diamonds at each of the corners of the cross. And you would recognize this is a symbol of a deity, but this isn't an ancestor. This is a statue of a Forsaken. Not just any Forsaken. I can't remember his name. Give me a moment. Pause for effect.
Rocadero.
Rocadero, the Evermore.
Rocadero the Evermore.
Haha, I got it right. I know my lore.
Well done.
So
Do you
much
remember
work.
what his domains are?
It's rigidity. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the exact wording, but it's basically
Persistence.
yeah,
Persistence, rigidity, and tradition.
yeah.
Yup.
And this statue just stands firm with a harsh face.
Who's this guy?
Nothing good.
He's one of the Forsaken.
Ah.
And I will relay that information because I've already forgotten his name. Rocadero.
Actually, yeah, you would probably be familiar with him because he's one of the Forsaken from Kiera Gregg.
That is, yeah. The 2 patron gods of Kinivel are Kazalo and Duradras. Duradras and Rocadero are brothers.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep. But if you guys would like to look around the room.
Yep. I'm going to take a look around the room, and I'm also going to be sending Animus around because I can look through their eyes as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking with like double vision.
Yep.
I would like to fly up and analyze the symbols
Sure.
and see what connection they have. What check am I making?
Uh,
For that?
perception or for the images, religion, or history. History, rather.
I'll look at the ones for I'll look at some of the images and make history checks.
I'd rather do religion.
What are
but
you
I'll-
looking at?
I'm looking at the
Images or the
images.
statue?
That's good.
The images.
Okay.
22.
22.
You said I need to do history, not religion.
History. Yeah.
It was 14.
You
There's a
could
reason.
probably do religion, but history, I think, is the only one that's really gonna make sense.
Okay, because there's a 10-point difference between them.
Are you rolling? I know you
Do I
have figured
to?
it out.
Okay.
Your character may
Reliable
not
talent,
know.
minimum of 23.
Okay. Okay.
23.
All right. So, what did you get again?
Wait,
Yeah.
am I re-rolling?
Oh, sorry, no.
I got
I was-
14.
You 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
With history. 'Cause I suck at
I
history.
think Dakota
With
would
9.
recognize this.
It's the ages. First age, age of creation, when Marinova created it. Age of power, age of, third one is the age of light? Mm-hmm. It's the war of light.
Age of
It's
Light,
called
Age
Age
of
of Light.
Morning.
It is called the Age of Light.
Age
Age of
of
Morning, which was
Dragons.
ended by Cassandra. Age of the Dawn,
Okay, Age of Dawn, and then the
Then-
Age of the Dragons, and the Age of the Four Kingdoms,
Four Kingdoms,
and then
Conquest, Rebellion, and Construction. I believe.
yes,
What year is it?
It's modern year.
So there's 2 missing. Or this building is just old.
probably old.
Because the Age of Corsairs isn't represented.
What's the symbol in the big slot?
The big slot is not a symbol, it is a large, like copper-colored dome. It's designed vaguely like a scarab beetle. There is a big, like, raised platform around it. And there is, like, a circle, like, you can see, like, the shape of a circle on the top of the scarab.
Can I make a religion check?
Sure.
This may not have been intentional, but based on
I sure hope it's
old
intentional.
lore knowledge,
Are you communicating that you're trying to think of something?
I'm looking at it. So maybe,
Guidance.
sure.
Okay, there we go.
I haven't had guidance in so long.
22.
22.
Isn't the scarab one of the sacred animals of Duradras?
I didn't know that. But that's honestly really
Rocadero's
funny.
brother?
Uh-huh.
I'm
He's
pretty
like,
sure
"No,
it is.
It's my symbol, not his. That was not intentional, but I do kind of love that. It's very
I was wondering, like,
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I think it
Alright.
is. It's been a while since we've looked at the,
I'm gonna look at the sheet.
And who was observing
Duradras.
the beetle? Was anyone looking up close?
Yes,
I'm-
Duradras, one of his sacred animals, is a scarab.
Ah, very nice.
It all comes together.
It wasn't on purpose. I just like scarabs. They're just cool.
Yup. Okay. So time. Deity that represents not moving forward. Time loop. Ages of the. Can I make a
So how
history
do we
check?
get through the next part?
Can I make a history check to see how old this construction appears to be?
Go for it.
23.
It is easily about 500 years old.
Okay.
And
So
it would kind of explain why the place looks so old.
got it. Okay. So it's not like there's something missing that's a hint. It's that this was constructed when this was the most recent. Okay. Okay.
So I want to examine the shield because you said there was a gap
Yes.
in it. So I want to find what can fill that to make us. get to
It's
the
not
next spot.
necessarily like a keyhole so much as it is like, based off descriptions, I haven't actually seen visualization, but there's basically a cross shape that is cut out of the shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there are 4 diamonds in the corners of it.
Touch the diamond.
One of them slips in. It goes. You hear a loud thump and a shake as there is suddenly the sound of gears turning and churning as there's this massive metal ring above you that starts to turn.
I
And
did
as
something.
Oh my
as
gosh, we're in a drummer ruin.
Yeah. And as it does, there is this one, like, metallic orb on it that glows a bright white light. And as you do, the
Penny, if you
terrain
blow us up,
changes.
I'm not gonna be happy.
Just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure this isn't the first time.
Probably not. It doesn't make it better.
This is now what you see. The bright light circling this area casts a shadow from the statue.
Okay.
Cool. Let's maybe try and figure out how to get the light to point towards the spot that doesn't have any symbols. Perhaps
Yeah.
that's...
It is currently slowly rotating around, so the shadow continues to turn and turn.
Does touching the gems again do anything?
No, they're stuck there now.
Okay, well, they're stuck. How strong are you?
Not.
You're old.
Thanks. I knew that.
Huh.
But yes.
Bunch of weaklings in this group.
You don't want to talk.
I know, I'm including myself in the group.
What are you even trying to do?
I was wondering if we could maybe turn the statue?
The ground starts to shake again.
Seems more like a
We should
sundial type situation.
whack the dome. Boom.
How fast is it moving?
It's about like about 6 seconds is from one symbol to the next.
I think we need to go before it makes a full circle.
Maybe, but which did it start on a specific one?
No, it's just kind of vibing at a random spot.
Based roughly on how long it took the tower to collapse last time. Will the shadow reach the dome before everything falls apart?
It'll probably pass by,
Okay.
but the place is shaking. You're not really sure how much time you have.
Can I... You can't see inside the dome, right?
No.
And hitting it, is there like
Hitting
an
it does
echo?
nothing.
Or does it sound like solid all the way through?
There's like a little bit of like gap inside, I guess. There is that circle again on the top.
I am going to kind of jump and
Bap
smack the circle. Yes.
it. Nothing happens.
Time it with the shadow, maybe?
Nothing happens.
When the shadow is...
When the
okay.
shadow passes through and you simultaneously hit it, nothing happens.
All right. Plan B. Pass wall on the floor.
To the... it is not a wall. You can't go through it.
No, it's...
You can do it... Well, it only goes 10 feet. But you can do it on the floor.
Yes. It's any stone, plaster, or wood surface.
You're doing it at the dome.
I'm
or
doing
the
it
floor?
like on the floor next to the dome.
Okay.
So it kind of goes underneath.
You go down. There is empty space.
Okay.
There is sand far down below.
Do you just fall into it?
No, it just it makes a hole.
Well, yeah, but you just described it as what you meant like this.
We went like that, but then
Okay.
it's like going like sort of like it's a curve, so it's going under the dome.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, well, that didn't work.
Okay, so there's
Careful
something...
that hole.
Just dispel it.
Fine.
Is there anything magical about the light itself with the 28?
It's a magical light. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's not necessarily that, like, obviously the source of the light is magical because it's, being produced without anything else. But are there magical properties to the light itself? Like,
to the
is
light
it?
itself? Not necessarily. It seems like more so the shadow that is cast onto this is more what's important. It's not about the light, it's about the shadow that's being cast.
Can I make-
If that makes any sense.
No, absolutely. Can I make an investigation check to see if it makes any alterations to the images as the shadow passes over them?
Sure.
I can't dispel it. It just lasts for an hour.
It's sure okay. 32.
32. You follow this shadow as it goes around, and you see different symbols of each of the years. Each of them look thereabouts the same. A dragon with an island in its arms, a dragon with a light and dark figure on either side, a dragon fighting a beam of light, a person holding sword high amidst darkness, 2 eggs slightly cracked backed by a sunrise, a fleet of dragons, 4 castles, the silhouette of an ominous minotaur, the minotaur falling to a cloud of swords, and finally a conglomeration of gears and smoke. As you pass by the final symbol, there is a glint of red, like in the metal, that you can see that, interesting, only seems to stand out when the light is not on it.
When the light
When the light is not on it,
so
specifically
when
when
the shadow
lies
is
on it.
as soon as I see that, I'm gonna like touch it.
Nothing happens.
Can I like pull something out? Is it
Make me an investigation check.
sure? 23.
Okay. With a 23, you step onto it. You kind of like tap your feet around, checking around, and you think you feel a slight shift, but you're not sure.
Oh, you find something?
Maybe. Everyone stand on this when the shadow passes over it.
The ground shakes again.
Okay.
I'd like to detect magic on the red glinting
Go for it.
surface. Yeah, so I just sense the presence of magical effects. So is there
I'm going
currently
to-
a magical effect on it?
On the circle,
On
the ground?
the thing that he was touching.
there's not necessarily a magical effect. It's
Okay.
more like a platform.
Do I see anything else within 30 feet of me? It's like a particular magic.
The
effect?
magical light, let me see. I don't think that would be magical.
Should I cast Pass Wall on this?
No.
This detecting like magic
likely
for
to break
objects,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Specifically.
yeah, for creatures or objects, if there's an effect
If I'm wrong,
created
just
by a
try
spell,
again.
you learn the spell school of magic.
Give me the-
Yeah.
Okay. Magic.
There's only whatever's within 30 feet of me.
I don't think you notice anything else.
Okay. When the shadow starts to pass over that spot, hit the button.
Can we reach the button?
Yes, we can reach the button.
It does not work.
Okay. Well, no, I was saying because I was saying that we should all stand on it when the shadow passes over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
Because
you missed the shadow, so it's going around again.
I felt like it sink slightly,
Oh, okay. So we all go stand on it.
so we might need like more weight, maybe.
So
Does
all
the
three of
dome
you,
move at all?
Yeah.
all 3 of you are on the platform now.
Yes.
Okay, and you watch the shadow come around, and as it reaches your point, it stops. The light shifts to a stop exactly where you are. You feel the pressure as the platform you're on lowers slightly. And then steam off to your side, where the big dome is, the circle, and out pops an hourglass with intricate golden and brass designs on it.
Well, I don't think we have the ability to ask if this is the artifact, but since another room hasn't shown up, perhaps this is it?
Perhaps. How close to running out does that hourglass seem?
There's like a minute left on it.
Do we maybe want to flip it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
And I'll send. So we all stay on the platform. I'll send Animus to flip it over.
Okay. You flip the hourglass over, and you're sitting at the tavern. The clock has just struck noon. There's warm tea in front of you.
So
Biscuits.
that wasn't the answer.
Well, now we know that.
But definitely the artifact.
Let's not send the goblin to his
But this time we can ask him.
Alright.
Wow, I gotta use my helpful tour guide instead of him being thrown to his death.
This is his fault!
You rush back over.
Yes. Immediately.
Wait! Don't throw me in. I can explain.
See, hourglass.
Okay. How do I start with this? I found it. Did you find the thing?
The
An
hourglass? Yes.
Yes. Okay, that would explain why the whole place didn't collapse. First, okay. It was in the box. It stayed in the box. I found it in Eris. I was going through Eris as I do. That's where I get my things. Okay. I took the box. I brought it with me. I am here now. I really wanted to open the box. I've been working on this for a while. It's taken a lot of research, a lot of
Yes, I
book
understand,
reading
yes.
and research on the history and
Oh, at the book fair. You go to the book fair.
yes, that too.
Yes.
Yes. But I
Wonderful.
figured it out and I opened it, and now this time loop, it keeps happening.
How do we stop it?
Get it out of there.
How do we get out of there once we have it?
I don't know. I haven't done it. I didn't know that Hourglass would do that in the first place.
What if
All
we
I
break
knew
it?
is that it was a powerful artifact from somebody in Eris around the Age of Construction.
If it's an artifact, that's not going to be a simple task.
Yeah,
Can always disintegrate.
with an Arcana of 33, what would breaking it do?
If we even could.
It appears this hourglass has created its own space within the astral sea, an extraterrestrial domain. Extra-dimensional, sorry.
Planar.
Extraplanar. Thank you. If you were to break it while you're in it, you might explode. You
Hey,
might
you know
be
how
cast
when you
into
put
the
a
astral
bag of holding
sea?
into
Yes,
a bag
I
of
do.
holding?
Exactly. So that is essentially what you might be doing. Or rather, if you were to break a bag of holding, it would explode. And its contents would be cast into the astral sea. So not only would you deal with a massive collapse, you would also be floating free in the astral sea.
It's assuming that that we
Assuming
are.
you don't get killed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
See, this is a good use for pass wall. Once we have it.
exit to the astral sea, though? Because that's where the whole place is.
That's a fair point. The entrance is
Are
okay.
there any more questions? I can tell you about Stavros the Stone or not. I don't care. That's how I figured out how to open the box because it was his.
It was whose?
Stavros the Stone. He was a very, very famous a creator down in Eris back in
Can I make
Age of
a history
Construction.
check?
Go for it.
I will also. 26.
26.
Yeah, 15.
This is a familiar name. Where did you grow up? Where did Coda grow up? That is
Like Northmire.
Northmire. Okay, so
Yeah.
you've heard bits and pieces.
But I'm also an archaeologist and a historian.
That's
so.
true. You've probably run into creations of someone of the name Stavros the Stone. This is a name that comes from Eris, and he was known as this infamous inventor. He was also known as Stavros the Secret because he had a tower of his own and he would spend many, many days or potentially even months or years in there just holed away constructing things. Nobody exactly knew what, but he kept saying one day people will know and they will see my glory. So that is a story you've
Known to be, like a cultist?
that you know of. He was rather a very ambitious inventor, which is not uncommon given Eris, a land of steampunk creation left and right.
Age of Construction, too.
Exactly. So that was a boom of industrialism. The box is his. I'm going to guess this is what he was working on.
What if we bring the box with us and put it
I
back
really wanted it.
in?
It's worth a shot.
If it was somehow keeping it in some
As
sort
long
of
as I get to
stasis?
keep it afterwards.
Oh, absolutely not.
Why? You can trust me.
I do
We've
know
started a
people-
time loop.
I am the only one who was able to open it.
Yes, and I do believe this is something that should remain closed.
I know people who.
Speaking of opening, can you
I'm the
please-
one who found it. I should decide where
You're
it
gonna
goes.
slap him in the face. Just
Why would you do that? That was actually quite plush with your little bird
I know.
feathers.
That's why I don't hit things.
Then why did you hit me?
Because you deserved it. Now, if you stop for a moment
better than what I would have shot you.
and think, yes, well, you've already been.
You are
causing
cruel
death
people.
You put us in a time loop.
I didn't.
I'm going
Blame
to.
Stavros the Stone.
I'm going
Blame
to grab
Stavros the Secret.
both sides of his face.
We're not giving it back to you because you lack supervision. If you would like
Don't
to
have
still,
supervision.
do you know what? Do you know what it
The
means to
season
lack
will-
supervision? I just told you, you don't have supervision.
I
That's
thought
why
you
we don't.
expected you. You're so easy. It's a really bad time to be talking.
If I am not someone who believes in violence, but Dakota does. If you don't want me to hand you over to Dakota,
Especially when there's no consequences to the violence.
that's
That
true.
is true.
At this moment,
It still hurts. I don't have to give you the information I have.
Polymorph.
Into?
Attempt
I'm gonna attempt to polymorph him. I need an
DC 18.
So I have a plus 13 to Arcana, so I
Guidance.
need to roll a 5 or
Guidance.
I'm currently
higher.
preoccupied.
That's an 18. I'm gonna polymorph him into a plant.
I don't think you can do that with polymorph.
Polymorph him into a sheep.
Not gonna roll for a chicken.
No.
I think you have to make a save.
Yes. He has to make it. It's a
Or if he
DC.
just fails.
You're holding the face
Yeah.
of a sheep now.
why would you do that?
Because I.
I was tired of him talking too. I'm
Yes.
not opposed to this.
Now we can leave him here, and he will remain a sheep for the next hour.
Let's go.
Start stomping
He has
his
the
feet
intelligence of a
restlessly.
I will go through.
How do we open the door?
It's just a door.
I know, I was asking him. Worth a shot. I go over and open the door.
You try to open the door.
Yeah.
It was locked. You have to pick lock it. Where's the key? On his person.
Do you have nat 1?
No, the
It's
opposite.
19.
Nat 20?
Not the opposite, but
Enough for it to be an instant
19
success.
plus all the modifiers.
it's a 37.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you open it.
Don't put me in a time loop.
Trust me on this.
I'm gonna
That
grab
one?
the box.
That one's spiteful.
And go in.
Okay.
I'm going to summon my mind.
Alrighty. I assume you guys go through the same process.
Same
Get back
Yep.
to the
process.
room. Past the worms, down the stairs, back into the room. You have to hit the diamonds again to get the light up and running.
Boop, 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 boop. I want to do it when I hit the button.
When the hourglass pops up, before we grab it,
Sure.
I want to analyze it and see, does it look like, because I know like you mentioned that there were like floating stairs
can
and stuff
I-
like that. Can I see any details like that on the hourglass itself?
Inside the hourglass?
You know, inside or on it? Okay.
Can I cast Identify on it?
Sure.
Alright, I cast Identify.
Takes a minute.
Identify.
We have all the time in the world, I guess.
You leave it where it's sitting.
Yes, takes 1 minute, and I can use.
You do have to be in
my-
contact with it though.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Never
just-
mind
You
then.
can hold
Well,
it.
you can just touch it.
Yeah.
You just touch it.
I touched
like-
it. The
Oh,
only
okay.
the only problem that happened was when I flipped it.
Okay, yeah, and I'm going to use my Awaken Spellbook feature so I can use the spell's normal casting time rather than adding 10 minutes to it for a ritual. Because I don't
Still
have it
takes a
prepared.
minute, but yeah.
Yes, but I don't have it prepared. So, do that, and I identify it.
What exactly does identify do?
So, identify if the object is magical. I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any ongoing spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn that spell's name.
Okay.
Basically, if you've created an item block for this, it gives you all the information on that.
That's funny, I didn't. But I want to still tell you some things.
Okay.
This is... You immediately recognize this is like a legendary item. This is powerful. You can already tell that it has already put an entire small village into a time loop in its own extra dimensional area. It has the ability that once per day you can, or rather, how many times? I haven't exactly figured out how long it takes for it to run out, but
That's okay. It's an artifact. We don't need to know.
exactly. When it is activated, it is able to create a time loop, a big bubble, pocketing that in the astral plane. Sorry, I can't do words. And it will continue to loop the same amount of time. It's about 20 minutes, 20-minute loop, and it will continue to do that and do that and do that until something stops it. But you do not have what it takes to stop it. Or at least there's not like an obvious like button. You can't just hold it in place or anything like that.
Well, we have the box that was preventing it from working before.
Put it in there, see if... is it bad
I'm already
if we put
touching
it in while we're still in this area?
Do you know how to get out?
Make an Arcana check.
I'll do that. I'm gonna use my
23.
item
23.
to get advantage.
Did you take it off the platform?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's cocked.
That's cocked.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 29.
29. All right. I hadn't actually settled the DC. I was going back and forth between 27 and 30 because it's a big thing.
We'll make it 27.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Sure.
Give her some guidance.
Cool, with at least a 1, it's a 30.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
31.
All right. It does appear that putting it in the box will end this spell.
What happens to us, though?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Currently, you're suspended, technically, inside the hourglass. So, it might be an interesting experience to try to put it in the box and the spell while you're stuck in the astral sea. You're not really sure whether you will be trapped inside the hourglass, or in the
Let
astral
me
sea.
try one thing real quick. And I have the speedy feat, so I
Okay.
do have a 40-foot moon speed. I can dash as a bonus action and as an action. And I can run up walls. So I am running back up the wall.
Okay.
And I want to try and go back through the
Sure.
top
Can
where
you
we
fly?
fell through. No, but I can walk along the wall.
There is not like a distinct glass, like.
Well, what did I walk?
I
'Cause
can-
what did I walk?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a big floating thing inside this dimension. There's a dome on top of that. The sand is falling from magical who knows where down through
So
the dome.
it's going through space.
Yes. It's
So
falling
I
from space.
reach the top and just go.
You'll need to fly to get back through.
Okay.
But it can be done.
It can't be done.
How do you feel about not going to this book reading event?
I was really looking forward to it.
What is the alternative?
I can teleport us out of here, but only to my house. So...
I'm less concerned about. Here's the problem. One, does that work interplanar? Because we're not currently on the material plane. Two, either we bring the hourglass with us, or we don't, but both of those seem like a problem.
Oh, I know at least 2 places. Okay.
Oh, teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
I don't think that works interplanar.
No, it doesn't.
I look at the sand.
You spin it.
Yep.
Back in the tavern. Clock strikes 12.
All right. So
Alright.
Your tea's warm.
now that we're here, we have an entire loop to figure out how we want to approach it without just breaking things.
Yes.
I flipped it. We're back at the tavern.
Alexander comes over. So, how are we all doing today?
We're doing fine.
Enjoying the biscuits.
Yes, I can't.
About to have a
remember
private
to-
conversation.
I apologize.
Yes, it's quite
No,
all right.
that's quite all right. I'll be over in the corner with my wife.
Also, can you cast fly?
I can, yes.
So we could try just flying out.
Let's see if we can do that in the first place, and then we'll see if we can do it with the artifact.
Let me see. I can.
Not to mention the fact that until the very last moments of the loop, sand is continuously falling through that gap, which we would have to contend with.
That's true. That's true.
Puzzles are fun.
I can cast freedom of movement on this.
That's fair.
Does that allow you to fly?
No, but it
No,
means that
it-
difficult terrain doesn't impede
Is
us.
falling sand difficult terrain?
Arguably,
Are you
Difficult,
gonna
I'll
run
tell
up
you
a
that.
sand waterfall?
I mean,
This isn't One Piece.
isn't it though? Just like in One Piece, the way abilities work is mostly on vibes. All right, let's go
Powerful.
test this out. Come on.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm going through.
What you doing?
As she's reading her book, we're walking over to the wizard tower.
Yeah, I'm like going through. I'm flipping through. my
The
books.
shutters of the shack are closed.
Go away! You're not welcome here.
Do you want to become a sheep again, or would you rather be something else?
I would rather you didn't turn me into anything at all.
Okay, then let us in.
You know, it would help a lot more if you cooperated versus being.
I've been trying to cooperate.
Well, you're
opens
not
up
very
the slot.
good at it.
I tried the door.
Try the door. It's locked again.
Or, the outside door to the shed.
Oh, yeah, it's unlocked.
It's unlocked?
It's unlocked. It's only the silo that's unlocked.
I shoot him in the leg.
Dear God! Ah! How much damage does that do?
I'm not trying to sneak attack, so it does. Assuming I hit. 13.
He dies! He's got 12 hit points!
Technically, he's bleeding out, not dead.
Okay, well, he's screaming, holding his ankle.
He gets max.
Okay.
He's back up.
And you think I'm not safe to have with it.
Oh, he's.
Oh no, we wouldn't give it. We wouldn't give it to her.
She's definitely not safe to.
I have other
keep
people
it,
I can
but
give it to.
we're not gonna keep it for ourselves. We're gonna put it somewhere where it's not.
Clearly, you haven't
it's
even
not
figured
very-
out how to get it out.
Oh, do you know?
I have books.
We asked you last time if you knew.
I was getting there, but somebody interrupted me and turned me into a sheep.
Because you were talking too much.
You wanted me to talk!
I wanted you to give information.
I was getting there. I have a very roundabout way of thinking.
Yes,
And
but
roundabouts get you shot.
Well,
sure.
what the predicament we're in? My personality doesn't fit with this anymore, does it? I guess
I
our
can kill you with
personalities are
0
clashing now.
consequences.
And I'll come back alive, won't I?
Unless we fix the loop this time.
Good luck doing it without my help.
Okay.
I could help.
Not so far. All right, let's go test this. I'm gonna try the door. Mm-hmm. Is it locked?
It's locked again.
Goblin?
You picked it fine last time.
It's true.
Convince
it's
me
not
I
mine.
need you.
Let me answer a question and I will give you the key. Deal?
Okay.
And in every loop after this, you make sure it's unlocked by the time we get here.
Fine, but there's only so much time for me to actually go and do it, so
We have
don't
There's enough
dash.
There's enough time.
Okay, whatever. Ask you the question. Let me answer it. I put a lot of work into this, okay? It has been months. I've been working so long in this puzzle. I've been researching all about him, all about the deities, and
Will putting the hourglass back in the box end the loops?
I don't think so. I think me opening it was the initial trigger that started the thing, and now, I mean, I could tell you, but you wouldn't like the answer.
I'd rather a truthful answer I don't like than more roundabouts.
I don't know.
You're
I'm not a genius, okay? I'm a hack wizard.
months and months spent researching.
I did look.
And he starts rifling through a bunch of books and other small artifacts.
And he just
This was
starts,
my one claim to glory. I was going to discover this thing, this artifact that has been left behind for hundreds of years. This is going to be mine, and I would
and he
make
starts
the world the
taking
way
the
I
books
want
and like
to.
reading through them and trying to like decipher the notes and things to try and figure out
Go ahead and
if there's
make
something that he
a
missed.
investigation or history check.
Can I make that?
Investigation.
Can you cast fly on me?
Boop.
Thank you.
He starts running.
I go into the, I jump into the sand.
Oh, okay. I thought she was going to like drop me from a height. That would not be able.
Investigation or history? History is gonna be
Yes, what did you say?
a 24. Unless you want to give me guide.
I did say I give you guidance.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it.
It's alright.
25.
All right. You find a couple books about Stavros the Stone, also known as Stavros the Secret.
I'm looking specifically for any
And-
details about this artifact that he might have missed.
Okay. You're flipping through the pages. There are like underlined things, highlighted things all throughout, circles, diagrams, a whole bunch of scribbly nonsense in not Gnomish. Do goblins have their own language?
Yes.
Goblin, yes. So for the most part, you can't read it.
I'll
but
cast comprehend languages on myself.
yeah, sure. About as much gibberish as comes out of his mouth. But as you're flipping through, you find something very similar to the symbols that you see downstairs. A circle made up of the 10 symbols as opposed to 12. Again, there is the... Why can't I remember the word? Sundial. That's the word. For some reason, thinking sorry. You see, like, an illustration of a slanted sundial on it, as if this was a smaller artifact resembling the same. And underneath it is some quotations from Stavros the Stone. They're not exactly about it. It's like talking about the ages, about the age of construction, but some words that kind of stand out to you that sound like a little ominous are the idea, him essentially saying that he will make this age his own forever, and no one will have the high throne like he does. And you see on the next page that age of instruction symbol with just like circles around it. Let's see. That's pretty much what you see. But yeah.
But nothing about the
He didn't
Nothing
intend
about the-
for it to be undone.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's like in movies. It's like, why would you add the self-destruct button? It's like, what? Then it's always considered a plot hole. This guy didn't. While she's researching that, I fall through.
Sure.
But I have fly cast on me. I'm gonna try and fly back up.
Sure. It does not work.
Oh boy.
You keep flying up through the sand and flying, and the sand doesn't seem to end.
Okay. I go back and pick the lock again.
Yep. I will say, Amy, you keep flipping through more pages, and you do start to see diagrams of what look like various kinds of contraptions are made by Stavros, or at least re-illustrated based off his descriptions. And there is an hourglass that pops up, and it is drawn in this protective circle shell. And there is a note that says it will not leave this tower. And it's like lined and underlined. And you get the vibes from it that is not a like fact of being, that is like a command of it cannot leave this tower. Almost as if things would be worse.
Things will get worse if it leaves. It needs to be destroyed.
To clarify, from his POV, for him, it would be terrible for it to leave.
Okay, for Stavros?
For Stavros' perspective, removing it from the hourglass tower would be terrible.
Okay.
Inside the hourglass, I open the door,
Sure.
go down,
You go down, you find it, you press the buttons.
press the buttons. I want to like try and press down the tile
Make a
myself.
strength check.
Ugh.
You good over there, Noah?
I'm hanging out with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. No, I'm sorry, you're stuck.
Um,
The ground shakes. It'll
tall is the
collapse
room?
soon. It's really tall. It's like at least 100 feet up. It is quite a grand wizard
Would-
tower if you've ever seen one.
Even though, okay, this is a mechanical, a D&D mechanics question, but
Okay.
you as the DM can determine it based on however you see fit.
Sure.
So, my spectral mind can be up to 300 feet away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Going into the sand, being on another plane of existence.
Can it go through another plane of existence is the question.
Doesn't say.
Actually,
but if
you're
it,
fine.
If it goes,
You were fine.
what do you mean?
To put it shortly, like even up above ground, you're still on the ethereal plane. This
The entire
entire
town is in
pocket
the bubble
is
already.
within.
Tired.
So you are on the same plane as below.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we destroy the hourglass, the entire
The
town.
entire town will be lost in the ethereal plane.
Okay. Never mind. Then.
sorry.
The astral plane, which is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astral
So,
plane, more like astral plane. Am I right?
So how much time are you putting into this?
As much time as I got.
Okay. I think by the end of your research, the place is near on collapse. So your time will reset. Fresh
I'm
new
gonna
go.
keep trying.
You're
while I'm
welcome to
there.
keep trying with your 4.
And well, I want to try and like. I have a pole of collapsing, also known as a rod of extending.
They're not the same thing, if
Oh.
I'm not mistaken. I think there's 2 separate items.
Interesting.
There's one that's a pole of collapsing, there's one that's like a rod of
Extending rod.
Yeah.
And I can cause it to go from 1 feet to 10 feet.
Okay.
I want to know if I can use essentially like that as like a leverage to press it down.
I don't think there's anything you could use in that room.
I
to
know. I'm
leverage it.
trying.
You don't have a lot of time. It's gonna reset.
Well, I went down there almost immediately.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You went back down. You didn't wait for the others to help you open it up and. No.
While she's doing all her research, I'm in there trying.
Okay.
And while she's doing research, I'm sitting on a stool reading my book.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm just like, I got time. It's better that we find out some information.
And you get a long rest every single time. You're feeling great right now.
This is the most alive
It's a
you've
good
felt
thing-
in months.
It's a good thing you slept well last night. Because if you hadn't gotten a long rest, this would suck.
What was that movie we watched with the time loop? Was it
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs? That was a good movie.
We were talking about that the other day.
We were.
Are any of you guys gonna go back down there?
I go
Or are
back
you
up.
looking for more information? Do you want to make another
I'm-
check?
Yeah, I'm looking for as much information as possible.
Guidance.
Sure. Good.
That's all I'm here for.
I'm gonna go up,
I'll make this one with advantage.
take aim, and try and kill one of the dragons.
Yeah. Roll the damage. You're probably gonna get it to half.
That's-
They're only 22 hit points.
History,
History?
or Arcana?
Let's go Arcana.
All right. 28 plus 4 is a 32. I am looking for. That's pretty good. I'm looking for whatever.
It's dead.
Okay.
I'm looking for any kind of. We're trying to figure out what I can do to contain this. Or the best way to get it outside of the tower. Noting that Dakota hasn't come back up yet.
Yeah.
How could I get it out of the tower? I've got access to like dimension door and board. Any kind of like teleportation spells?
You can observe that there is always, well, there's not very many, there's only 2 floors, but there was a door leading down to the 2nd level after beating the first challenge. And now you've gone through the 2nd challenge, but you haven't finished the challenge. You haven't actually taken your prize. And you have a feeling that that step is probably necessary to getting to the next step.
All right.
We never. All we did was flip it. We
You
never
never
actually took
picked
it
it
off
up?
the plinth.
You never picked it up?
With one of the dragons dead, I have a grasping whip,
Sure.
which allows me to, whenever I hit a creature that is, or object that is large or smaller, instead of dealing damage, I can pull it towards me.
Okay.
I'm gonna drag the dragon skeleton
Sure.
down into the room and see if it weighs enough
gonna-
with me to trigger the pressure plate.
A couple of the bones are falling off. The tail, it's crumbling a little bit. It's a very old skeleton, but you bring the most of it.
It should be fine.
You bring about like 3/5 of it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Is it enough? Place it on the, and
They
I
are-
stand on it as well.
Hollow wormling bones intended for flight. They're not very heavy.
I think by that point the time loop is reset.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
All right.
All right.
Discuss.
So I figured out. What did I figure out?
We
I
need
had
to take- we need to-
debated making y'all roll each reset for how much you remembered. I'm like, no, we're not gonna be here that long.
Yeah, that probably.
We need to take it off of the plinth this time and not flip it.
Okay.
That should open up the next.
All right.
All right.
Let's go then.
Okay.
We walk over. Grab it. I know what I'm doing. Just unlock the door.
Wow, even she's getting annoyed with you. That's...
I know. I'm so sorry. I don't do this often. I want to get this done.
Oh, sweetheart, I understand.
I
I am
know.
so tired of this as well.
When-
I've been
when-
working on this for
when
so
all of this is
long.
over, you and I We're gonna have a great time.
We are. We're going to go to the book fair.
Yes,
I finally
go to
have
the
something
fair.
to bring.
Exactly.
I will finally be noticed by my peers.
Yes, and then I'm gonna take you back to Vasilio, and I'm gonna introduce you to all my
Walking
friends.
into
would-
the
I would-
exam
I
pit.
just look at the pistol.
Let's go. Oh, you stay here, just in case we fix it.
Of course, I will be right here.
All right,
Go down.
go down.
Through the path.
Yes.
You unlock
I'm
the
doing
thing.
it this time.
Hourglass pop. There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Who
Done
wants
it
to hold it?
multiple times recently.
I did it once.
So, the hourglass pops up.
All right.
You lift it up, and there is a as gears underneath start clicking and rolling and click down into the large dome, and you hear the gears continue to whir.
Okay.
And then steam rolls out from around the dome. As this dome starts to roll and move, a limb sticks out, and then another plated as part of the outer dome.
I'm gonna fly up.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
this-
cast fly on you.
Yep, a large-sized creature hoists itself up. You see a large beetle made of copper and mechanics, and there's trim of gold and teal on it. I will send you my drawing.
Is it, can you... No? Okay.
Boom, it's loading. There you go. This is called a retriever.
Wow, that looks awesome.
And I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Yep.
Honey, what are you looking up?
Oh, he's responding to my message.
Okay.
Okay. That's better.
What'd you get?
25.
Yeah, that's better.
All right. That's 19.
19. All right. Where are my hello? There we go. 19. Vassal.
18.
18. Very good. Dakota.
All right, I can live with that.
Yo, good.
I was gonna put it in a place that, would be a little bit farther, but
Talking about.
don't worry
fine.
about it.
Your initiative.
25.
25.
You
Alrighty.
guys worry me on like a weekly basis.
I'm surprised it's not more.
Well, I only sit at this table like once a week, once every 2 weeks. So.
I want to be instilling fear for you every night.
Okay. All right.
Oh gosh.
Dakota is up
He's
first.
gonna be our roommate in like a week.
He is.
Not for anything. I just want you afraid for your character every day. Not for yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I'd appreciate
character.
that. Well,
Yeah.
he's dead.
He's,
So.
yeah, he's in a bit of a
So
pickle
he might
right
not
now.
be by the time this comes out. We don't know
No,
yet.
this is coming out in between.
Oh, it is?
Which means that there's...
Wait, this
It
is
should.
coming out in between. I'm not necessarily putting this in order. I have another episode to put up.
We should add... No.
I'm holding it.
No,
I'm holding on to
but
this.
but that cliffhanger, having a week delay, is such a great idea.
Why would you do this
Don't
to our
make
viewers?
Milk Chunks suffer like that.
It makes us suffer with that name. It's only fair.
Anyway, we're rolling initiative.
For
You're
you,
up
Milk
first, Dakota. There is a large beetle. Who's the one who picked it up? You did?
Yeah.
Okay. It turns straight towards you.
Don't like that. Gonna, with one hand, keeping it carefully upright. Steady aim.
Okay. Sure. Roll a hit.
Okay. 18.
18. That hits. Oh, wait, sorry. I lied. It doesn't hit. I was looking at the challenge rating, not the AC.
Oh, what?
The challenge rating. I was looking at the challenge rating. The AC is supposed to be a 19.
Good to know.
Do I have anything that lets me, like... I don't think so. Bonus action... That was with advantage.
Oh no. What did you roll?
An 8 and a 9.
Okay, well that's just bad rolls.
I know! But...
I love this
no,
kind of ice. It's so crunchy.
Yeah, I can...
I can
trust
tell.
me, I can tell.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it.
That is so loud.
Sorry.
Okay, I study aim so I can't even move. I'm gonna... Can I dodge as a bonus action? I can dash, disengage, or hide.
No. Monks can dodge.
I have a great idea. Why don't you put down the hourglass so you don't keep resetting during combat?
I'm gonna keep hold of it.
Okay.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Okay. Next up is... I lost the page already. Penny.
Alright. First things first. We are going to...
You're going to...
We are going to... Yeah, alright. Let's pull out some big guns. I need to make an intelligence saving throw.
To make an intelligence saving throw.
Yes.
Let me check some
DC 19.
abilities. What ability is this?
This is Psychic Lance, but I'm going to change the damage to Force.
Okay, very nice.
I love being able to do that.
Intelligence save. Oh buddy, that's an 11.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
15 on the die.
So I need 1, 2, 3, 4,
not the
5,
shortest.
6, 7. Alright. That's not great. 10, 8, 10. So that's 21. It takes 21 force damage and is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Ooh, let me see. Yeah, that works on it.
No actions, bonus actions, or reactions.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
And then, hold on. Let's double check something else. Okay, no, there's no point in doing that yet. Okay, and, yeah, and I've got, Animus summoned. I'm gonna send Animus over to
Vassal.
Vaseline.
Vassal.
Vaseline.
and just, tell him to hang out around you.
Chill. He's fine.
Cool.
He's vibing.
Yep. He just, and kind of perches on your shoulder.
Cool.
Okay.
And, yeah, that's it.
Retriever cannot do anything on its turn, so it's not Vasil's turn.
Cool. Can you make a saving throw?
What saving throw?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Just gonna banish it.
Yeah.
Where does banish
To a harmless demiplane.
Sure. And that works from within the ethereal plane?
Mm-hmm.
Astral plane?
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
They've changed it around a little bit, but
Alright.
it's still
That
mostly the
is
same.
charisma. That is a 13.
That fails.
Yeah. Poof.
It's
It's gone.
All right, cool. Let's check out the spot that it was sitting and see what's there.
You go over, check it out. There's a hole with sand pouring in endlessly.
All right.
Shall we?
Yeah.
It's probably going to come after us, but
That's fine. I can hold it for a minute.
all right. Carry me.
You got a head start.
What?
You're flying.
And holding a very important artifact.
So she holds it, you hold her, you fly.
I am not strong.
But okay.
Can you cast fire on yourself and her?
No, I can't. Well, can I?
Yes, by upcasting it.
No, I can't. Well, oh no, I can.
There you go. I knew it was in there somewhere.
Okay. Now we both can fly. Here we go.
Appreciated. And we go.
You make your way up, or down, rather. You go down into the hole where the beetle was. Falling sand on either side. It's dark, and then light begins to appear, and you pop up, upside down, back in the silo, and then tumble back onto the sand. The hole is now gone.
Ah!
Can you please make a
Splendid.
dex save to make sure the hourglass does not flip?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm glad you're the one holding that.
Yep. That's why I am. 23.
23, I think that's enough. So just barely, you manage to hold it in a way that it won't flip.
All right.
Huh? Is that you? You
Yes.
are back?
He opens the door.
No, we're front. Yes, we're back.
If you even reach for this, I'm turning it over.
Let's get it out of the silo first.
He's gonna try to reach for it.
I flip it.
Nothing happens. It flips and the sand starts pouring through again.
Ah! I knew it! I knew it! Now gimme!
I just fly like 10 feet up.
No! Give me back!
All right, I'm going back to the
I
tavern.
have friends who you can work with and study it.
But he wants to work with me. I'm not likable.
No, you're
But
There
not.
are plenty of people
My
in
work.
this life who are not likable.
I
And
am the
trust me.
first to discover this.
Yes.
The
And
first
these
to
people
open
I
it and
know,
to close it.
You
they
didn't close it!
It was my idea to get it out of the tower.
these people I know, they will appreciate you for who you are. I have worked with them before. And listen, I haven't always been the most likable, but they still like me.
I actually find that hard to believe. The you not being likable part, not the them liking you part.
Well, if it's no surprise to anyone, you're not very likable either.
That I know.
Hey.
I just need you to trust me. Okay?
I'm gonna go find the box that
Yeah,
it was.
it's back in the...
You will get full credit. I don't
How
want
do
my
I
name-
know that? You're
Because
a
I don't-
mean person.
Because I don't want my name anywhere near this.
And I really don't need the credit. I have plenty of my own discoveries I'm working on.
You say you're sorry.
I'm sorry for turning
Not
you into
you.
a sheep. Okay.
Her.
Can
She's a
you say that?
bitch.
Can you say you're sorry for starting a time loop?
I didn't start it. Blame Stavros. You stupid secrets. I didn't know what I was getting into. I just knew it was good.
And yet,
Sorry for inadvertently looping you into my fantastic research and then stealing the blame and the credits for yourself.
I think that's good enough. What about you?
I'm sorry I shot you.
And
That's all you're getting.
you fed me to the animals twice.
The first time was not intentional.
But the second time...
You had said that you were the one that started it. I give about as much an apology as you did.
Whatever, this is too much effort for me. It
Okay.
hurts.
Well, we can go to the book fair now. And when we're done at the book fair, then
You're going to bring it with you?
I'm going to bring you with me
And the artifact?
and the artifact. And we'll go to Vasilio. And I'll introduce you to all my friends. And they will be able to keep it safe.
This is an Arisian artifact.
My
We
friends
can
and
at least show it to them.
My friends in Vasilio will take it to the people in Eris who know
We are
what to do.
far closer to
I can
Eris than
take
they
it
are.
back to Alice.
No.
where it rightfully belongs. That's what I always intended to do.
I will make a few calls.
One of us started a time loop.
I will make a few calls.
Just wanted to bring it back so they would recognize me as a true inventor.
I will give you full credit to the people we hand this off to. But you will not touch this thing again.
Okay, so we're going to Eris.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to the book fair, and I'm not letting you out of my sight.
They're in opposite directions.
But the book fair's here now, so we can go to the book fair first. Because I still want to read the
Yeah,
books.
so long as she doesn't take off with it.
No?
You know what? I'd rather make sure that you don't get into more trouble.
Yeah, whatever.
Give me the box. Thank you.
And I will
So
buy
are we
you
going-
a book.
What kind of book?
One that is worth no more than 15 gold.
It's alright, I suppose. It wouldn't be that.
It is $1,500.
I only have 37 gold in my inventory currently. Though we're level 11, so I assume we have more. But
Yeah, 5,000.
I have nothing. I never actually added equipment.
You weren't gonna need it. I didn't tell you
Yup.
to.
okay.
So, we're all good to go.
Yes, to the book fair.
To the book fair.
And
To the
I
book
will
fair.
buy you.
Oh, I'm not there.
Where'd he go?
I told you guys I was going to the tavern.
Oh, I completely missed that. And I will buy
Vassal
you.
is too old for this.
I will buy you one of those big squiggly erasers,
An eraser.
or the pens that smell
Can you
really
erase
good.
that frown off our face? That would be funny.
You know what would be really fun? And I'm gonna pull out my a wand. And I'm gonna kind of like attach it to my staff, and we go step outside, and I shoot off a big old firework into the sky.
Just like at the book fair.
Yes.
And the Ellis fair.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a stealth check.
His babies.
Go for it.
So with advantage, that was a nat 1 and an 18
Okay.
for a 31.
31, what are you doing?
I'm staying nearby, but I do not want to
You
be
do no longer
within
want to be
sight
perceived.
lines. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So, all three of you, are you taking off towards the fair?
I go get Vassal. Hey, we're actually going this time.
Good.
Yeah.
Where's the
Oh,
who's the proprietor of the tavern?
Alexander.
Alexander,
Yes.
we fixed your deja vu.
Excellent.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course, where are you headed now?
The book fair.
Have you not missed it? It's been a week. Oh. Celine! Did you... one moment. He walks off to the back of the room where there is an elf sitting and just reading, her hair braided by her side, and he goes over and starts whispering and talking to her, and she's like... He comes back. Thank you for the... I don't know what you did or what was going on, but apparently
Sometimes
I am
they'll pass
losing my
on.
mind. It's been a surprisingly casual week as well. I don't know exactly how I lost track of time. Yes, the book fair apparently is still happening.
Good.
You haven't lost any time at all.
I wonder why you remembered. You're not losing your mind. There was strange magic afoot. It's all good now, though.
I see, thank you. Well, biscuits for the road for all of you. You've been wonderful company.
And they won't turn into chickens.
I promise not.
Unless I try it again.
Outside
Not in
the
this
tavern.
lifetime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perhaps I'll see you another time.
Shall we?
Yes. And we head off towards the book fair.
All right.
And I buy pens that are enchanted to smell nice,
Wow.
and fun erasers for everybody, and stickers,
Wow. That
and
sounds wonderful.
all of the fun book fair
That
things.
sounds like the elementary book fair that I never had.
Yeah, I had many of them, and they were the best thing in the world.
Wow.
I'm the only one at this table who experienced the Scholastic Book Fair. That is so
There was
incredibly
one that
sad.
happened
No,
when I
but
was
we had-
kindergarten and first
You
grade.
had them?
It wasn't Scholastic, but we had. It might.
There
have
was
been?
one, but I wasn't invited to it because it was.
I will ask.
Whatever.
We had a book fair. I
You
don't know if
haven't
it was
at
a
all.
Scholastic book fair
No, but
specifically.
I got to stay home and be in my PJs all day.
Well,
so
I did that too.
Yeah, so I don't
after
feel like
was
I'm.
out of school.
Oh well, I got to do that while I was in school, so I
Well,
didn't.
I did
care.
Eventually. I did have to go to the place once a week, but and then it was
Oh.
twice a week. Because
Yeah,
we
I
had
never did a
different
co-op. I was 100% online and homeschooled, so
ones. You freaking
It was great.
introvert.
I know.
No
I
life
loved it. I
experience.
loved it so much. It was great.
But
Anyways.
I wish I didn't have to see
eventually,
people.
Yeah.
we
People.
take the. Does the artifact have a name?
Not that you know of.
The timey-wimey hourglass.
Wobbly, wobbly.
What was it? It was Stavros the Stone.
Stavros the Stone.
The Hourglass of Stavros.
I get in touch with my contacts in the Cerulean Concord of Vasilio,
Okay.
and they put me in touch with the archivists of the Cerulean Concord in Eris.
Ah, very good.
Drop it off
Which,
there.
Good idea.
given the timing, is I believe a gnome.
Yes, the prime archivist, a little gnome, and I'm like, look at this, and I shoot up another firework for her.
And Olive is very entertained.
Yes,
Amazing.
and I put what was the goblin's name?
His name was
Paris?
Paris.
Pettis. I put Pettis in touch with Olive and get him a temporary consultant pass so he can help with the research into this artifact,
Okay.
but ensuring that it is secure and will not be activated again.
And it is put in the vault securely and
Yes.
safely.
The most secure place in all of Eris.
Yup.
Wow.
One of.
One of.
Other than that.
Listen,
one
Eris
that-
gets inventive. I'm not even going to say it is or isn't.
Yeah.
A very secure
A
place.
very one of the most secure places.
Wow.
Yup.
And with that, your unexpected journey comes to an end. And there's a little after credit scene. Somewhere off in the astral sea, there is a large beetle retriever swimming through the sea. Searching.
Oh,
It is searching for its lost item.
oh boy.
Amazing.
And that is where we will end this session. Thank you everyone for joining us for my very first journey as a DM.
You did
And
so good!
Amazing.
Thank you. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye!